folks along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
It rains. Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1962 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Oh, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again tonight for a live match preview game between Newcastle and Aston Villa, or Aston Villa against Newcastle United at Villa Park. I've got two guys, one Newcastle fans regular, and the other is a Villa fan. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening.
Evening both.
Brilliant stuff. And guys, if you like the video, know exactly what to do. Like, subscribe, leave your comments in the section as well. Super chats are open, and also I'd like to become a member. It's just 99p as well. So I've got some comments as well. Thank you, Leslie. Help me grow. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for Mr. Little as well. And let's send hi to everyone as well. We've got Joe, Aston Villa fan as well. Hi to Jules as well. She's only been on for 10 minutes on Friday, and I think she's got a bingo show. I think I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so we've got a massive game on Saturday. It's going to be an entertaining game. Plenty of goals at Villa Park. And I start with our guest tonight, Joe. Joe, tell us about your season so far. Unai Emery has come in, took it over from Stevie G, got sacked back in November when he got beat off Fulham, right?
Yeah.
He's come in. When he first came to Villa Park, I think Emery, I'm not going to lie, he's too big for Aston Villa. He's too big for them, right? But credit to you to place him away from Villarreal to Villa, right? He must see potential at your club, right? The fans love him. He's doing Unai Emery things, right? And he's playing some good football, plays a 4-4-2, and he's turned average players into fantastic players, right? So tell us about your season so far, number one. And secondly, right, will Unai Emery be there long term?
Season so far, like you said, from August to November, it was pretty depressing. Like you said, the Fulham game was like, I backed Steven Gerrard when we got him in. You know, we got backed in January with Coutinho and Digne previously. He got backed in the summer. He was given what he was wanted. He didn't get the best out of the players. I mean, it sums it up that probably our best players at the moment are the ones who he did not play, i.e. Mings, Watkins, McGinn, Buendia. And it kind of, I think it just sums it. You know, I don't want to jump down Gerrard's throat too much, but he didn't have a clue. And then the Fulham game, then I think just kind of, well, it was we always say, like, as soon as the away fans turn, you're done. But Emery came in. I think I was shocked we got him. I weren't expecting it. I generally wasn't. I thought it was really odd for me because he was doing well at Villarreal, but I don't know what it is. I think there's just togetherness. There wasn't a togetherness with Gerrard. I think he fell out with a good few of those players, and I think he just didn't recover. And I think he fell out with them. You know, I think Mings didn't start the first game of the season against Bournemouth. We were dreadful defensively, and then he starts him in the first home game of the season against Everton, and I think that kind of made him think, you know, he made a mistake. But again, he wasn't. You know, I've seen an interview from him saying that he's had job offers elsewhere all over the world, international jobs, and I'm thinking, I don't think you have, mate, because why would anyone want you? You haven't. You didn't impress me. But I think Emery's done very well. He's done brilliantly. He's got the best out of those players. I said there's some players in that squad who will not be there in the summer, and I think I probably know who they are. But then he's got to then if he gets given money in the summer, which you probably most likely will be, he's got to but not buy. Don't spend like 50 million on just a player because you like him. He's got to be what you want, what can help, what can make us better. But yeah, so he's done well so far, really well.
Absolutely. I mean, your key signs in the summer is Diego Carlos we've been linked to him, and he wanted something like 60 million quid, but he done so well getting him for 27 mil. If you continue to turn that into a loan into a permanent buy, is a cracker signing. You got the Doncat on the season-long loan, turn that into a permanent buy. Also, you got Boubacar Kamara as well from Marseille. He's a cracking player as well as Marseille. But Stevie G got the players that he wanted, right? Like you said, he couldn't turn them into winners, couldn't get the best out of them. And I think he's absolutely right. I think he's absolutely spot on. Your board to get rid of Stevie G, in my opinion. I didn't think he was good enough at the football club. For me personally, I think you got the best guy there. I mean, unfinished mission is the Premier League, right? But, I mean, Diego Carlos, injured, very first game. That guy is a defender. My God. How far is he away from getting fit again?
I think he's been training probably, I'd say, the last month and a bit. I know he's played a couple of under-23 games. He's coming on the bench. I think the games are that tight. I don't think he wants to bring him on in case something goes wrong. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him till next season now. Unless Cons or Mings gets an injury, but unless we're like in a game like 3-4-0 up and half an hour to go, bring him on. But our games at the moment, they're not like we only beat Leicester 2-1. We only scored in the 90, I think it was the 90th minute, and then Forest, we scored for early in the second half, then we scored in the 96th minute. So, and our games are quite tight at the moment. So I think he's just waiting for that opportunity to say, "There's no risk. Let's give you a go." But we'll see what happens from now to the end of the season.
Absolutely. Go for the comms before we get Kyle on as well. I know he's been quiet. I do apologise, Kyle. Big up to Jules. Hi, Jewel, Kyle, and Jewel. Welcome. My mum and my uncle, all Villa fans, and I'm Toon. So this is going to be interesting. So obviously, Jules' in-laws are Villa fans as well. Bingo, how rude. Quiz of the game, John. Oh, I do apologise, Jules. I do apologise. I got it wrong, didn't I? Sorry. And given the reason on the form, does Joe think Villa will complete it at the weekend? Hold that thought. We're going to bring Carl in, right? Have you been impressive with Villa's form this season under Unai Emery?
Me, yeah, absolutely, mate. They've got a cracking manager. Watkins is doing stuff at the minute, and they're playing really well. I'm surprised they're doing this well with Mings at the back, to be honest with you. Honestly, mate, I don't know how he's doing so well with him in your squad. I'm not a huge fan of him. Honestly, he's doing fantastic, and I'm actually a little bit worried about going to your place this weekend. We've got some injuries our side, and it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be another game like Brentford. It's going to be another tough away game. He's on a good run at the moment, but again, so are we, and we're a problem for anyone at the minute. Would I take a draw? No. I still want the win, but it's not going to be easy. I think he's on fire at the minute, and when you start playing well and you've got that confidence, I think it just makes the game tougher. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You could be playing City this weekend; it'll be a tough game for them. He's honestly doing really well. So yeah, a little bit worried, but am I confident? Yes, I still am confident that we'll get the win, but it won't be, like the first game. I think we won 4-0. It'll be nothing like that. Sorry if you can hear noise. It's bedtime. But it won't be anything like the first game. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think we'll still get the win. But he's doing really well.
Yeah. You know what it is, right? I mean, Unai has come in, right? He's won 11 games out of 17, right? And you know what it is, right? He's done more. He's done more bits than he's done the Stevie G. This is the guy that's a winner. This guy that's won things wherever he's been, right? He's a serial Europa League winner, right? This guy knows how to play good football as well. Do you know what I mean? But the one thing I'm going to say as well, I truly believe that next season, it's going to be very, very interesting, Carl, what he'll do to Aston Villa. If they can't where they are,
yeah, it's a bit similar like us, right? I think he's right this season, since the change, the manager, the new system and everything. It's a bit similar to us. He's ahead of where he should be right now. I think if you get Europe, Europa League or whatever, like top 6 this season. I think you didn't expect that at the start of the season, did you? Especially when you had Stevie G in the squad.
Oh no, definitely not.
So I think these are just overachieving like us. We're exactly the same. And I think if you can keep Brighton and Brentford off you, hell of a season, and what can happen going forward is not but good things. It's the same once you're in Europe. You can get more players in. When you've got a manager like Emery, you've seen he got Diego Carlos. We wanted him, we couldn't get him. So yeah, it's exciting for you lot because he's doing really well, and I think the way he's playing, there's only a few games left. He can do it. Honestly, he can get top 6, no bother. Tottenham are shit at the minute. Tottenham are shit.
Yeah,
they could fall 7th, them 8th. I think Villa are the underdogs. I think people are, we need to watch out for Villa. And that's why I'm a little bit worried this weekend because it's away from home. I think he's going to give away a really tough game.
Yeah, I could have to agree with that. It's going to be so tough for us. It's our biggest test so far at the minute, and how far we have come and for that part as well. I mean, they've won the last 4 games, Villa. We won the last 5 games, so someone's going to have to give. So
plus, he plays a 6-2-2, Are you seeing this shit on Twitter? There's proof, full evidence, Emery's playing 6-2-2. Have you ever heard out like that in your life? There's 6 defenders, 2 and 2. It's crazy. We're going to have to break that down. Are you kidding me? It's going to be tough, mate. Honestly, 6-2-2. I couldn't believe it. I seen it today. I couldn't believe it.
Wow. That's a new one, isn't it?
Hey, it's working. It's working.
It's working for them. Good on them, but we're not playing that way. Given the recent run of form, does Joe think that we were complacent at the weekend against us? Question for Leslie.
No, Leslie. We would not be. We're coming up against. If you put wind back 18 months for both clubs, you could see when we was under Gerrard, Newcastle's under Bruce. It had a 0-0 ball draw written all over it. Not a very good game, but wind forward now 18 months. Newcastle are a different team under Eddie Howe. He's bought quality. He hasn't bought for the sake of it. I mean, one player who I actually think has been an absolute. I just don't get how no other club has gone for him. Is Botman. He is absolutely unbelievable. Bruno Guimaraes the same. Almiron's a different player. Joe Linton's a different player. Isak up front looks really good, and he's actually kind of like Longstaff. Like if someone said to me Longstaff is going to be near enough starting every game now for Newcastle, I'd probably go, nah, he'll go to a top championship team. But he's proved me wrong. I said that. I think you've got Murphy. You've got Murphy as well. He's got players that he's inherited from Bruce, and he's actually made them better. So it does show that what Eddie Howe has done, and it shows that Newcastle made that right decision, getting rid of Bruce and getting Eddie Howe in, because similar with us with Gerrard, if we stuck with Gerrard this season, we'd probably be bottom of the league.
You'd be fighting for relegation. I'm guaranteed.
We'd be. We couldn't buy. I mean, like we had the 4-0 when we sacked in. We beat Brentford 4-0. We go to St James's Park and think, bloody hell, we've done it well here. And then we go get thumped 4-0. And I just said, it was the same mentality, because the coach we had, that Aaron Danks, he was the same as he worked under Gerrard, so it was the same thing. But I don't think both teams will be complacent. I think both teams will be kind of thinking, like you said, Carl, it's going to be an entertaining game. I actually think there is goals in it. I think it could be 3-2 Villa, 3-2 Newcastle, 4-4. It could be absolutely like bouncing that game.
Yeah. I'm just worried because we don't have Miggy, we don't have Maxi. Gordon, I hope he doesn't deserve a start, but he might get it. I'd still put Murphy in. He might play Joe Linton out wide, but we haven't got a full squad, and it's a bit worrying because he's on fire. He's got that confidence. You're on a roll at the minute. We're away from home, and we don't want to. The last thing we need right now is a defeat. Obviously a draw will, see how the game goes. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one, especially when you look at the teams around. We're like Man U and that. And they've got Nottingham Forest. It's like, Tottenham at Bournemouth. So it's a bit worrying. I would need a win, because you can see them getting 3 points.
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Got some more comments flying through. Please keep the comment in, please. 16 watching. Let's get 50 watching, please, people. People on Twitter, Facebook, help us suit. Thanks very much.
How many's watching?
16 people at the minute, but I want 50.
Oh,
More,
jump.
like, you know what I mean? That'll jump. It does look like we will see ASM for the rest of the season. That's sad news if that is true. He could be out for the season. That is not good. 4 to 6 weeks, could be more than that as well. Got to run. You have a great evening at tonight, Jules. Thanks for watching and good luck. Agree to Pedro as well, and everyone's saying hi to Pedro. We have a World Series week break, but I think it'll be a fair hard game. 2 each from Pedro, getting the predictions in early. Pedro's chatting to other people as well. And big up to Gary D. Hi to you. Lads, hi to you, mate. Hope you're okay. And 1 each. Genk 1, West Ham 1. And big up to Lee Kelly as well. 3-0 against the Villa. I tell you what, Lee, that'll be fantastic if we get a 3-0 win. I say 4-2. I think Eddie Howe will want to prove actually is the right winger first this job. As your manager was apparently offered a job and bullied it. That's in Pedro. What it is, Carl, Stevie G was linked with us, right? Let's be real, right? He's been linked. Martin Samuel has come and said that Steven Gerrard would be the perfect manager for Newcastle United, right? So when he went to Villa, Martin Samuel said that we missed a trick not getting Stevie G, right? I said, okay, cool. Yeah, but I trust his ownership, right? Got an Eddie Howe. Who's doing a better job?
Who said that?
Martin Samuel from the Mail. That was when Stevie G got the position of Aston Villa's manager.
Bless him. We all make, exactly. We all make stupid opinions sometimes. Well, he hasn't got a clue what he's talking about. He's just another Lampard. It's like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I'm just thinking the day, like, I tweeted it. Chelsea just employed a manager who they sacked for being shit, who then went to another job and got sacked there for being shit. And they've employed him again to get them out the shit. It's like, what is going on? Like, thank God we're not Chelsea. What a shit show. What an absolute shit show. Gerrard is no different. Just because they're big names and they were good players doesn't mean now they haven't had the experience to be managing in the Premiership. I'm sorry, but I think we got away with one there, not getting Stevie G, and it was unfortunate. You lot had to go through it for a little bit, but it didn't take long for you to realise, like.
No, definitely not. No.
Eddie Howe's got the experience, hasn't he? He might be young, but he's got the experience, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's gone up the. He's gone. He did a good job at Bournemouth. He left Bournemouth. Took time away from football, which I think for a manager is good because it kind of like I don't like if he gets that like what Lampard's done. He's been sacked by Everton. He's gone into the Chelsea job. He's probably not going to be there next season, which is I don't get why I don't think they should have sacked Potter, but he's gone to Newcastle, and like I said earlier, he's just changed it like that. Like when Steve Bruce was there, when previous managers were there, it was the atmosphere at St James's Park wasn't mainly with Bruce. I wouldn't say with other managers, but with Bruce it was like bad. But he changed. He didn't just change like the team. He changed the attitude of the players, the mentality of the players. He got supporters on side. Steve Bruce was one of them. I liked him as a. I didn't think he was a good manager. As a person, he's a lovely person, but he always took digs at Villa fans about results, and like he's probably done the same with Newcastle fans, and that was the one thing I didn't like about him. And I thought the thing is that that doesn't. You say things about your own supporters. He's a Geordie, and you're going to criticise, your fellow person, but I don't get. I just kind of went like, you just wasn't, you weren't going to be. At the end of the day, you manage Sunderland.
Exactly.
I don't. If you're, I'm a Villa fan. But if someone said to me, "Do you want the Birmingham City job?" Fuck no, fucking no chance. Like,
no, Nate Geordie would man. Yeah, Nate Geordie would man.
Nate Geordie would take that. Is so you're right, guys. Let's go through these comments as well. We're going to talk about the combined 11. Big up to Brian, to you, mate. Hope you're okay. And we got the best record in the league. That's from Lee. And also, Steve G better off being in the Scottish League. I tell you what, though, he's not getting a job in a minute. Like, he's been linked to Turkish clubs and all this and t'other, but he's touching them in a minute. I can't say anyone. He'd be better off in the Championship, to be fair, and start again. There's so much not to like about the cabbage, unfortunately. That's from Leslie, as known as Steve Bruce. Right, we're going to go for the combined 11, right? I mean, Joe, you're an manager, right? You watch Newcastle, you watch Villa as well, right?
Yeah.
And this is going to be your squad, okay? Your squad, and you've got to choose the combined 11. So who would you put in goal?
This is going to be fun.
Oh God! I'll tell you what. The thing is,
Your best 11, and your.
Be honest. Be honest.
Okay. All right. So goalie, I've got to go with it. I've got to go with Martinez.
What?
I've got to go with our guy Kyle. I can't. I love Nick Pope, but I've got to go with Emma.
Okay.
All right. Your squad. It's your squad. Okay. Martinez in goal then.
Right back. Trippier.
Okay. So down to the right on the other side. Your left back.
Left back would be Moreno.
Alex Moreno, yeah.
Yeah, Alex Moreno, yeah.
He's 29 as well. He's
29.
I know, yeah.
I tell you what, I say if you see him sprint, you'd be surprised he's 29. He can sprint like a 20-year-old. He absolutely rages down the wing.
Wow.
Centre backs, I'd go with Botman.
On the left side.
Botman on the left, and I'd say I'd go with Konza on the right.
If you had said Mings there, I was quitting.
Do you know what? I thought to myself, just say it. I thought, he's going to say something.
I tell you what, it's giving Trippier. We'll go about that one, and the right centre back would be Konza. Okay, so that'll be your back four, and let's go with the midfield, the base in the midfield.
Midfield, so I'd go Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes, on the left side of midfield.
Douglas Luiz.
Luiz, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I tell you what, this thing, I just don't. This is something sort of starts out right on the. Let's have a look. That's better. Douglas Luiz, and on the right side in the midfield three.
Joe Linton.
Okay, that's the midfield three. Right, on the left side.
Left side. I'd go Watkins.
You're not in the centre. Okay, that's fine. Only Watkins on the left, and on the right hand side.
Almiron.
Let's have a look. Sorry. I don't know why it's not coming up at all. Sorry.
Miguel, put Miguel.
There you go. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Carl. And up front, who's going to be up front?
Isak.
You better say him as well, because that guy's been brilliant. So are you going to make any alterations to that? Are you going to make any change to that? Or are you happy with that? Or
happy? I'm going. But the thing is, I'm that's kind of like people probably think, bloody hell, you're not going for many Villa players, but at the end of the day, like we've been, up till November, we were fucking shit. But Konza's improved since Emery's come in. Moreno's obviously bought by Emery. Douglas Luiz has been massive this. He's been he was great under Gerrard as well. Watkins, I'd love to. He played on the wing before, and he used to play on the wing. He used to pull out to the wing a few times, and But Isak, I mean, he has his goal against Brentford was special, and I like the look. I really do like the look of him. He does look like and obviously Almiron. Well, he's had a fantastic season.
Fantastic. I think that looks a canny team. I mean, for me, if I was biased, I would go for Nick Pope on form. But it's your combined 11, so There you go. This is Joe's pick. Martinez in goal. The right back of Trippier, left back Reno. The centre back Spotman and Konsa. The midfield three, all Brazilians. Luis, Guimaraes, and Joe Linton. And the three up front would be Miggy, Ollie Watkins, and Alex Isak. Tell us your thought, guys. Who would you combine Liverpool be, guys? Leave in the comment section down below. Let's go for some more comments here. Eddie Howe, the best coach in the Premier League. He's brilliant, but for me, if I was going to choose the manager of the year, for me, if Arteta wins it, he gets it. But if Pep gets it, I think it should be Eddie Howe. So it depends if Arteta wins it or not. I could be wrong. Big up to Leslie as well. You cannot break up Botman and share. Fair enough. No Pope. Who's the fella keeper? Superman. That's from Alan. He doesn't agree with you with Emi Martinez there as well. He's also a World Cup winner as well. And Martinez expects out to him. That's from Leslie. Watkins, Wilson, and Isak as a front three would be good. Yeah, that is a good shout there, Paul. That's a good shout. We're picking on four. I was thinking, why so many filler guys? And what is, Leslie? Some of the filler players have done really well. I mean, John McGinn has been outstanding for me as well this season. Can't diss him. Watkins been on fire. Moreno's been on fire as well. Douglas Luiz is getting his act together as well. So for me, they've got some good concepts defending so well. So mixing and matching there. Martinez looks like an old dad. He's 31 years of age. So what do you think of that one, Carl? Are you happy with that one, Carl?
No, I'd like to do my own, thanks.
You're going to do your own? I think you probably changed a lot of that, wouldn't you? So for me, I mean, I would have put in Gamash and Joe Linton on the left-hand side for me. And also as well, I would have put him McGinn in midfield as well. So I would have put, probably would have put Joe Linton in the squad as well on the left. Bruno, I would have, it's a tough one really, but it's this team, this is Joe's team, and I would go with that as well. I'm a little biased, Aston Leslie, no surprise. So there you go. So like I said, tell us something, guys. Just drop in the comment section. I will ask to combine 11 as well. It's only a bit of fun as well. So there you go. Let's go on to our team predictions as well for Saturday's game. Kyle, we'll start with you, mate. I mean, we reckon Pope and Go, Trippier, Botman, Share, and Burn. The midfield three be Guimaraes, Willock, and Longstaff. The front three, Murphy, Isak, Joe Linton. We'd be happy with that on Saturday. He's really out for the season.
Yeah, I think you've nailed it, mate. I think that's the lineup. Again, like I said, tough game. I don't like Joe Linton out wide. But yeah, I hope Gordon doesn't start. I know I'd like to see him get minutes and all that, but after what he did last week with me manager, I didn't like that, as you know. I don't think he deserves a start. If he didn't do that and didn't push Eddie Howe the way and spit his dummy out, I would have liked him on before Murphy, because Murphy didn't have a good game last week. Miggy isn't fit enough yet. But yeah, I think you've nailed the lineup. That is the lineup, and it's going to be a tough game, but I still think we'll get the win. I think Isak's on fire. We still have some good people to bring on, like Gordon, like Wilson. Yeah, I'm going to go. I think I can't. I don't know if I can. I know Villa are doing well, but I don't know if I can see them scoring. You know, like I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win, but it's going to be a tough 2-0 win. You know, like these teams, like I said last week, they need penalties. They need all these fucking favours from VAR and shit to score against. At the minute, we are honestly the hardest team to score against, and I can't see Villa scoring. I know Watkins is doing well, but he hasn't faced our back four. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. I've got one here from Lee as well. John, would you put any Man U players in? If we still the combined 11, we played Man U, right? There'd be a couple in there. Casemiro.
There'd be one.
Casemiro would be one of them. Rashford would be another.
No. Rashford is probably the only one.
Yeah, and Casemiro as well. Casemiro's been outstanding.
They've got the best goalkeeper in the world. In my opinion.
So called. Seeing a lot of fans getting excited because Botman, like an Insta post, was us being linked to Declan Rice. We'll probably do a transfer show, probably on a weekend, maybe on a Sunday. So I'll be doing that. And, we'd be linked to a lot of players as well. Declan Rice will be fantastic if we can get him. That'd be amazing. I know you are, Lee. Do you think Rice will come, Paul? He's chatting to Poster and said, I do apologise. 3-1 to Newcastle for St. Allen. That's just a big joke as well. We're not going to be discussing that. I'm sick and talking about VAR, to be fair.
Yeah.
Would you swap ASM for Ramsey?
No. We've already lost one bloody boyhood Villa fan. I don't want to lose another.
I tell you who I like. Joe, I tell you who I like for you lot is that Bailey. I think he's quality, mate. Down the right. What's your thoughts on him?
He's so when he joined us, I was, a lot of us were happy. I watched him for Bayer Leverkusen. I thought we've got someone here, but he's very similar to Saint Maximin.
Not consistent enough.
He's not consistent, and he goes on to one sprint and his hamstring goes. He's got hamstrings like biscuits. They just fall apart, and I personally think he will not be at Villa Park next season. I don't think he'll be there. I think he's not consistent enough. The biggest thing that I think when he missed the City, I don't know if you've ever seen it, the City against Wolves at Villa Park this season, when he literally had the goal gaping, and like that just kind of. And the thing was, after the game, he was in tears, and
he scored the following week though, didn't he?
Yeah. He was in tears after when he missed the sitter against Wolves, and I actually do think it's a part of him that hasn't got over it. But we'll see what. Again, Emery's got to just do what he does. Troy Race came back the last 2 games, and he looks a different player. Gerrard bunged him out to under 23s and sent him to Turkey and said you ain't good enough. But you've seen his two goals, his goal against Leicester, and the thing is with him, he does things, and he doesn't look like he's trying. He doesn't put power in. He just curves it in. But again, is he? I think he'll probably start against Newcastle. I think Bailey's out. But I'll probably say Troy will probably start in that game. I think.
Is Bailey injured? Is he?
He came off against Forest half an hour, and he went on a run, and he literally just held his hamstring and pulled up, and that's when he come off and then try, and that's it's frustrating because it's probably his 20th hamstring injury he's had since he's been with us.
Yeah.
So that is not good. No wonder Leverkusen were just happy to snap your hands off for the
that's it. That's
the problem. They got Tamuzi Diaby as well to his replacement, and we'll be linked to him as well. They want 53 mil according to a post today, so we'll comment on that for another time. Let's go into some more comments as well. Big up legends. Biggie's back in training, just made me birthday. He is indeed. And we've got depends who else is bidding for Rice. Also, I still think Rice to go to Arsenal. That's my guess. And they got someone in the chat as well, not seen for a few weeks. It's Barbara. Big up to Barbara from Ireland. Looking forward to another win. Of course, we are Barbara. We're going to do it on Saturday. I hope we do. And let's just send to you guys as well. As ASM is out for 6 weeks. Now, me personally, I will sell ASM on. That's from Paul. Personally, I wouldn't sell him. I would not sell him at all. Because I think, and anyhow, he deserves, crazy, man, crazy. And I would like to thank Marcus Thuram on the 3 and Declan Rice, that's an Allen. We'll see it, we'll have to see in the summer. I think summer signing is going to be a big shock. It's the summer. Keep it under wraps. Don't think they're going to leak anything out Aston Lee. I hope that is, we'll see. Big up to Dan as well. Big up to Dan. Watkins or Isak? For me, Isak all day.
Obviously, come on. I'm sick of seeing, people have a couple of good games and then they get linked with other clubs and they're like the biggest fucking thing. He's had all season. He's just having a few good games. Settle down. Like that Guehi or something for Palace. They had one good game. Was it Guehi? No, sorry. Who was it? Eze. No, not Eze. He got 2 assists against Leeds, man. Now he's being linked to Arsenal and all that. Settle down, man. He's had one good game. Isak, you can see the 10 games he's played, how fucking good he is, how consistent he comes on. He's a problem for anyone. So let's just settle down with Watkins. He's not done it long enough. He's having a few good games. Am I wrong there or what?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think
he hasn't had the greatest season, has he?
No, until I think his goals before Gerrard was gone. I think he scored 2, and he actually wasn't starting. He was playing Danny Ings up front. So again, he hasn't done it all season.
He's having a few good games, and people are rating him as Isak'S. Settle down, man. Who's that? Dan Con. How are you, Dan? You're a Con lad. Settle down.
Yeah, silly, yeah. Dan, could you just favour, mate, while you're there? Could you please hit the subscribe button, please, mate, if you can? That'd be fantastic. We do get fans over the country as well, over the world, on Side to Me channel. And then hired Jude is looking at a prestigious club to play for. Jude, get yourself some gym spot. You know what? I'd love to see Jude come to Newcastle, but for me, it'd be off to Real Madrid.
We're not going to
discuss.
It's too much money. Too much money, mate. And now we're going to get Champions League, that and you can bring in bigger players when you get Champions League and all that crap. But his price tag, mate, it's a bit like Declan Rice. Do you really see us paying that kind of money? He's going to be at least 100 million, and I just can't see we're doing it, mate. Not yet. It's too early. I think we've got time before we start spending that much cash on players like.
Exactly. Our bench now can come on and change the game start away. Lee, you're absolutely right. We need to get more players to beef it up as well. But there'll be players leaving in the summer. Rod Watkins, he hits double figures every season. He's played in the Premier League. Aston Villa. Got to be honest, I love Martinez to shithouse, and that's from Brian. So he thinks he likes Martinez as well. So for us, for Villa, we reckon it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. He could play 4-4-2. It'll be Martinez in goal. The back will be Young, Konsa, Mings, and Moreno. And again, and Luis is going to hold. The front three is going to be Chaloya, Buendia, and Ramsey. And Watkins going to play up front. I mean, Joe, would you be happy with that squad as well? I mean, Buendia, he looks a good player. I think he's coming on.
Yeah, again, he was another one who was kind of singled out. Another one who was kind of under the Gerrard, like, you don't play, you're not good enough. But he's shown it so many times. He came on first home game of the season against Everton, scored the second goal. And when he came on, he actually changed the game because he was a player who wanted the ball. He said, give me the ball, I'll do something, I don't know. Ashley Young will be back. I don't know about Cash. I don't think Cash is Emery's number one. I think Ashley Young actually is going to get ahead of him even when he's fit.
I wanted to ask you about him, mate. Ashley Young. I can't believe that kid's. Honestly, I can't believe that kid's still playing football. He's still starting 11 every week. Like,
I know he's. I don't know what. It's crazy.
What's going on?
I don't know. Do you know what? He's when we got him. I mean, when he left us. He obviously left us. For Man United, and I think he had 1 year. He had 1 year left on his contract. We got 18 million for him, and he actually played against us in that season. He actually died for a penalty. He actually went. I tell you what, Kieran Clark stuck his leg out, pulled out, then Ashley Young flung himself and got a penalty, and that was when every time he came back to Villa Park, he was getting booed to hell. But when we heard about the rumors about him, I thought, no, I can't have him because I hated him, but. Do you know what? He's proved me absolutely wrong. He's proved a lot of Villa fans wrong because he's. He's just played. I couldn't believe it. He's 30. He's nearly 38, and he's played 3 games in the space of 8 days and 90 minutes. And I just think to myself, like, he is a, obviously, he's just a great professional. And do you know what? He actually hasn't done bad. He's come up against some tricky play. I mean. He got done against Leicester with the Harvey Barnes goal. That was pace. That was just pure pace. And I think that's probably why I'm probably glad that if, say, Maximin doesn't play, is because of that. Because I think if Young sees that lineup and sees no St. Maximin, he's probably thinking, bloody hell, I've got away with one there. But yeah, he's been fantastic. Yeah. He's been fantastic. To be fair.
I said last week, everyone, doesn't matter who you are, how good you are, if you see Maximin and there's something, no one wants to play against Maximin the way he runs at you. Especially not a 38-year-old bloke. So this is one game I would have loved to have seen Maxi like against Ashley Young because I would have been fun to watch. But
oh yes, absolutely fun to watch, and I mean fun to watch as well. Right, I've got some bit of big news for tomorrow's channel from my channel, and I'm glad Gary Douglas has got it in first. And he said, I see you got one button on the show tomorrow, John. I have indeed. I hope he comes on tomorrow. I'm sure he will. 6:45 live. So I'm getting the legend on my channel as well. Warren Barton will be in the Who's People Warren B. I'll call him legend.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm on the show because I don't think John wants me disagreeing with Warren Barton. So I'm taking a seat back. I'm just going to be watching.
You're just going to be watching now, are you? Well, I tell you what.
I can't be arguing with Warren Barton.
Well.
What if he says something daft? You know, I'm not going to sit here and just take it.
No. I mean, it'd be a question. I'm going to get him on for an hour tomorrow. It's going to be hour with Warren. I'm not going to keep him long this time. It's going to be an hour with Warren. He could be watching now. Warren, if you're watching, my guy, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, mate. And it's going to be fun. And so let's go on to Brian. I saw that as well. Gary, get your questions in there. You got any questions for Warren? Far away. We're asking what we can. I'm slipping. Just hit the likes now. Normally, first thing you do that, Brian. Thank you, guys. If you haven't hit the like button for the Warren Sure tomorrow, please click on that. Go into YouTube, click on that. And I've got one from Korma. Big up to Korma. Watkins scored double figures. All of the Villa, most of the struggling team. How can he be disrespected so much? Listen, he's still a good player, Ollie Watkins. I still think he's a baller. Better late than never. That's from
he is. I'm not disrespecting him at all. He's a good striker. He is. He's a good lad up front. He's great at what he does. But I'm saying you can't compare him with Isak. Just in my opinion, I'm not being biased. You just can't.
No, no, you can't. You can't. No, what Carl said, you can't compare him. I think Ollie Watkins is 27 now. Isak'S 21, 22. I think Watkins at 21, 22 was at, I'm going to say, Exeter or Brentford in the Championship. And I said, there's no, we bought Ollie Watkins when he was 23, 24. And, he kind of, when I look at him, I look at him and think, it's just Ollie Watkins has not aged. He still looks the same when we bought him, but there is like, Isak, he was touted for years at Sociedad. I watched him in La Liga, and like you look at him and you thought, yeah, someone's going to come in for him. Someone's got to, because he is up there.
Imagine you lot, right, under Emery, replace Watkins for like another Isak, right? Another young quality striker who's got potential to be a superstar, right? You get rid of Mings, you get rid of Young. Yeah, you could be challenging for Champions League any time. You're doing this well, but these lot in your team now. You're challenging Europe now with this lot in your team. That shows you how good your coaching is, how good your manager is, and the team you've got at the minute. I think he's in a really good place with potential. That you've got potential now.
Yeah, I think Carl. A lot of people don't like Mings. They say he makes mistakes, and to be fair, he does. You know what? I accept he makes mistakes. He makes mistakes, and do you know what? To be fair, I've watched him since he was with us in the Championship up to now, and I look at him and think, he's made some tackles, some blocks that, I just thought he's and to be fair, like under Emery, he's been fantastic. Under Gerrard, and I still think there's a lot of resentment from Mings towards Gerrard for taking the captaincy off him. And then shoving him. And I think there was a lot. And I think there was a lot of. And I would say, I'm not saying definite. Don't quote me on it. But I generally think Mings, when he did play under Gerrard after start of the season, I don't think that he was 100% committed to Gerrard. And I think, but now he looks. I mean, I'm not turning around. Oh, he should play. He'd be in the England squad. I think he's got a long way to go to getting back into the England squad. I think he's got to be. Yeah, consistent. He can't afford mistake. He made like the one mistake against Chelsea at Villa Park when he headed the ball back and it was too soft and Mount pounced on it. He can't do that if he wants to be. If argument's sake we qualify for the Europa League or Conference League, he can't make those. He can't make those mistakes now. He's got to cut them out, and he's got to kind of, he's got to just. He's just got. I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to say he's got to get stuck in. He's 29, 30 now, so he's an experienced defender now. He's been with us for 4 or 5 years, and he's just got to.
He's playing for his spot, isn't he?
That's it. He knows he makes a mistake. He makes an absolute blunder. He knows Diego Carlos is standing right behind him, thinking, I'll have your place. I mean, we'll probably get another centre back in the summer. A striker again. We'll need another striker again. I don't with Gerrard's transfer market tactics. He went in for Coutinho in last January. He went in for Luca Dean, who, I actually think was a waste of money. I really do. Just generally think he's an absolute waste, and I think he'll be gone in the summer.
We were linked with him, weren't we, John?
Yeah, I think you were. I think you were. Yeah.
We were, and I'll tell you what. There's absolutely no way that I would have Mings. No way. Absolutely no way. Not a chance. No, I'm sorry.
But he's doing well. Yeah, I know you mean,
well,
didn't you?
He's doing well,
You
but
mean, didn't you?
I get better players. I didn't never want him into my club. Never want him. No disrespect to Tyrone, but at the end of the day, I would never have had him. He's just mistakes prone. That is the thing. I mean, when he's on it, he can defend, but he doesn't defend properly enough for us. You know what I mean? I'm happy to defend if got. Do you know what I mean? There's one player I've taken in the summer. It's Kimi A for Napoli. I'd take him all day long. That guy can defend. He's quick. He's pacey.
Yeah.
40 million release clause, by the way. And I'll tell you something. Let's be real. I take him if he's available. John, are you playing football with the Lord of Mags on 29th of April where he plays at Hampton? Oh, not me. I'm sorry. I would love to, but I won't. I'll only just know about it as well. And big up to Mark Chuck, by the way. I hope your sister Karen's okay. And she's fine as well. Let's hope Newcastle and Villa boycott that the so-called Big Top Six, the Premier League, will hit that. You know what it is, Mark, right? We are rattled them, my guy. We rattle them. We rattle Chelsea, Liverpool, could be Man United, could be Tottenham, right? The Premier League do not want us to be in the top four. That is why all this media, right, has come out making negative reports, right, on the eve of games, right? It doesn't work, yeah? It doesn't work at all. But you know what? We're on the curve, head of the curve. We're getting Champions League this season, my guy. We really, really are. Mark, I don't know if you subscribe to my channel. If you hit the subscribe button, mate, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And the first time viewer on my channel as well. So for me, right, I mean, if you look at Miggy Almiron, right, he could be back on Saturday, but only on the place on the bench. He's not quite fully fit yet, but he get a place on the bench, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't think we'll need him. Why rush him? You know, I think if we do, he's there. It's great to have to bring on. But it depends on the injury and how bad it is. But no, I don't think we need him. Let him rest, and we'll see him the following week if we need him. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? Tyrone Mings is going to score a 90th minute winner against us. Yeah, I've had this fucking talk about Mings. He's going to score a 90th minute winner. But no, I honestly don't rush. I don't want Mickey rushed. I think he's playing really well at the minute. The last thing we want is him out for the rest of the season. I think it'll be Murphy on the right and Joe Litton on the left. Yeah, but like I said, we've got Wilson and others like Gordon and that to bring on as well. So, you know, we'll see how the game goes. But I honestly think we'll get a good 2-0 win, and I don't think we'll need to bring them on.
Fair enough. Fair comment. Are you going to watch the Newcastle in USA? You know what, Cormac? I'd love to go to America, but unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get the dates to go to America. I would love to go to America. I'm going to do next season. I'm going to start going to these matches away in the USA. If they got a match in Australia in the future, let's be real, I want to get over there as well, so I could do the vlogs live from Australia. America.
Nicky's playing it. He's playing against Atlanta, isn't he? He's playing against his old club. I'm the one against Atlanta in the USA in July.
Atlanta United. Make sure those are Atalanta. They probably say Atalanta in America.
Sorry, did I say Atlanta?
You said Atalanta, didn't you? But,
is it the same? Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Atlanta United.
Yeah.
But in this is Atalanta. So
Got you.
From a Villa fan, Sandy, and from Villa fan, I think Villa's preseason is USA too. Fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It certainly is. She's good. Thank you, John Mark. Great stuff. And if you could tell Karen as well, if she wants to come on, be sure, talk about Toon for an hour. That'd be amazing. So the door's open for your sister. If she ever wants to come on, be sure live. That'd be brilliant. And Isaac, we have Mings on toast. What do you got to say about that then, Joe?
Probably right.
It could be right. You know, you'd be surprised how well he does against. Harry Kane when we played against Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You know, Mings he back pocketed him. Nothing. Haaland, Villa Park. You know, he scored the goal, but other than that, I mean, Mings was too busy grappling with him. You know, Isak'S a very, very, very good centre forward.
He is.
You know, I think he's got to probably. He's going. I think Kyle, like, you know, he's going to have a very good game. I think he's going to have to. If Isak'S going to get, you know, 1 goal, 2 goals, he's going to have to. And the thing is, you know, it's Konza as well, because Konza's massively improved under Emery, and he's done like fantastic. I don't know whether he's going to switch on to Cons, because I think I don't know what height Isaac is. I think he's 6'2". I think he's more Cons' height than Mings, but we'll see what happens. It's going to, like Carl said, it's going to be a test. And just a reference to Mark's comment about getting breaking the top six. I don't think we're going to get top six. I don't think we're going to get top. Oh, we could get top six, but I'm kind of like I'm on the 50-50. If we get it, great. If we don't, it is what it is. But I hope you get I do hope you guys get top four, because and I've said this so many times to people. I do not forgive those clubs who tried to leave this league, who tried to destroy English football to that Super League. And I said, I don't. And I said, I know fans. I know fans who are Spurs fans, Arsenal fans, Man United fans, and I still say to them, like, your club tried to destroy the pyramid of English football. I could, like, the way that what's happening to Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham. Every time I see them lose, I absolutely piss myself laughing and go, "That'll fucking serve you for trying to." Well, you tried to screw us. You tried to kind of say, like, this ain't challenging enough. We'll go do it with Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus. Again, I think they'll try again with it, the Super League. But as far as I'm concerned, I hope Chelsea. I hope you do get top four, and I hope it's at it's going to be the expense of. I'll probably say Liverpool and Chelsea. I don't think and Tottenham. I don't think those three will get Champions League this season. I don't think Liverpool are just, they fell apart. Van Dijk's legs have gone. Alexander Arnold defends like a 12-year-old. And Chelsea are just you've seen they're just a mess. They're just an absolute joke. And I'm sorry to get annoyed with him now.
No, it's fine.
We'll love it, Joe. We'll love it.
Oh, do you know what? I can remember. I could remember the day when they announced the Super League, and I was absolutely livid. And your Tottenham's, your Tottenham Hotspur. What gives you the right to leave English football? What have you done in English football? You end up, you've bought a posh stadium. Your owners don't want to pay big money. You're a seller. You literally, like, you get a big money offer. You sell your players. You sack managers every 6 to 12 months. Arsenal, again, bought a new stadium, coming good now, but they've not, they've only been taken serious this season. Before that, they were laughing stock. Chelsea, Man City. The reason why you are where you are is because of money. You're not there because on your history, your supporters. I said, I watched the Bayern Munich game, and when they scored the second goal, it was clapping. And I went, and I said, there is absolutely no passion in that stadium. I said, I've been to St. James's Park, and I tell you now, when you score a goal, whether it's whether you're 3-0 up or 3-1 down, when you score a goal, you absolutely go bananas. And they are just, Man United and Liverpool, they've done what they've done in Europe. But these other clubs, absolutely. But they did none of them had any right to do what they did and try and go, you're not good enough for us. We'll go do another tournament over another country where we can earn loads of money. We can go buy Kylian Mbappe for 200 million. We can go buy Messi for 200 million. We can go buy Neymar for 150 million. And you guys can just sit there and just do what you're told, because because I turned around and said, yeah, it'd be good because we probably have a good chance of winning the Premier League. But it's like, well, no, because if those 6 teams aren't in this division, I mean, it'll be between us, Newcastle, and probably Everton. But that wouldn't be very fun, because we'd all probably like finish. Well, probably one of us will win the league on like 50 points because we'd always get beat. But it's like with Mark's comment. I hope you do it. I generally think you will. I think you've got, if you win Saturday. Because I think this is not the acid test. This is the test now. I think there was one comment saying about Eddie Howe wants to prove himself against Emery. He doesn't need to prove anything. Eddie Howe's done what he's done. He's done a fantastic job at Newcastle. He doesn't need to worry about Emery. He doesn't need to worry about Villa. All he has to worry about is his players and go out there and go, do what you do, play your bet. You know, if you play really well and lose 1-0, is what it is. But you know, it's an Emery again. Emery's not going to think much of. He's not going to go into that game and think, oh, I could have. Whether he turned them down or Newcastle turned him down, it doesn't bother. Doesn't like, you know.
Nah, it's in the past.
That's history. It's history now.
Past.
There's no point. But there's such. But Newcastle are very. Then you know they haven't got. Some people say like they haven't got the European thing. I remember watching them, you know, in Europe. You know, when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and it looked amazing. I've only faced like a few years of that, and like, you know, Newcastle was amazing, and you get top 4, I think the world's your oyster. Like, you know, with Declan Rice, you know, if West Ham go down, I think they're gonna have to take 50 million because the cost of that, with the cost of that stadium, that's cost them as well. I generally think there'll be a fire sale. You'll have Declan Rice gone, you'll have Bowen gone. They'll have a fight. You know, same with Everton. You know, I mean, I actually think if I was Newcastle's owners, I'd be looking at Onana from Everton.
Oh, that's a good shout.
I think he came on. He came on for when we played him first home game of the season. He came on with he actually gave away the ball for our second goal. And the first thing I said to my dad, I went, "Oh God, this guy is shit." But when they got the goal, I scored instantly. Luca Dean scored an own goal, and he actually went up to where the new Everton fans were and jeering him up, and he still does it now. And I just think, oh God, this guy's good, and like he does look good, and I think 100% he'll be gone if they get relegated. I actually think he'll go anyway because with their financial issues and everything, I think they'll be forced to sell him anyway. So I think you know, and to be fair, I you know, shut me down if you want, but I think Declan Rice has had a shocking season for West Ham. I don't think he's had a very good season.
I've got to kind of agree. He has some good games, but he's been poor as well. Like the one against us as well. He just didn't get going against us at all whatsoever. We actually, you know, sussed him out on the day, but he's still a great player. I'm not going to diss Declan.
He's still a good player. Yeah,
with better players around him, I think he'd be brilliant. Let's go to some comments as well, guys. As well, I mean, just with Alan's comments as well. Newcastle never joins the local Super League, and cheers, Joe, for Newcastle top 4. And Leslie said, looks like Newcastle descended, and the finishers won each as well. Chelsea, all the good players do ideas. They get nowhere this season. You can see half the team players leaving. That could be a possibility. Gary did not all that, but they all got chicken feeds that talk about money as well. And let's chat to Lee, and also beaten Barca, Tino hat-trick. Yes, I can remember that very, very well. So let's go on to the prediction of the scores so we wrap up the show. Start with you, Joe. Villa, Newcastle, how do you think it's going to go? And what do you think the score is going to be?
So I think last time I was on your show, I think, was it probably in your show or Paul's? I think I predicted, I think 2-2? And we lost 4-0. I'm not predicting draw. Oh God, that was depressing watching that. God.
Biggie.
I'll
tell you what, that was. I actually had hope into that game because we beat Brentford 4-0 last week, the previous week, and I thought, bloody, I'm looking for. I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa.
I'm gonna go 2-1.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for us to win. Do you know what, John? It's if we still had that frigging twat in charge, I'd probably turn around and say 4-5-0 Newcastle, because I actually think if we kept. I mean, to be fair, if we kept Gerrard, we'd be bottom. I wouldn't even say we'd be bottom 3. We'd be bottom of the league because all those players would be playing for him. I think he's pissed off a lot of those. He pissed off a lot of those players, and I just think we'd be bottom with Gerrard still, and like, you know, and it shows you the fact that he still ain't got a job. That shows you how much people don't think of it. He's been mentioned with Leeds and Leicester and whatnot, but I think they've looked at him and thought, "Oh, I'm saying well clear of that sod, they're freaking useless." But I'm confident, and I think, like Cole said, I think that you are hard to score against. You know, Botman and Shah, Trippier, and even Byrne. And even Pope in goal. That is a hard defence, but I do fancy us. I think the thing is, we've scored in every game under Emery, so we will score. So whether it's 1-0 to us, or 2-1 to us, or 2-1 to you, or 2-2, I think we will score. But I'm gonna go 2-1, but I'm going to very tight, very tight. It could be. I hope it's not a VAR decision because I absolutely hate VAR at the moment. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, 2-1, mate.
2-1 Villa, okie dokie. And Villa lads seems top look. I'll go Tuesday. So that's a mark. What about you, Cal? What do you think the score is going to be tomorrow? Saturday.
I've already said mine. I think it's 2-0 to Toon. I can't see Villa scoring. I'd love to know what Joe's real prediction is, because that's a lot of crap. We've lost 2 all season. Oh, is it 2 or 3?
I think it's 3, isn't it? 3, isn't it? Yeah.
We ain't losing to Villa, mate. You don't believe that, really?
Oh no! You got it. I've got hope for the first time in probably God knows how long. I've thought to myself. I've always like last 4 games we've won. I keep thinking like the Forest game was the one thinking, we could bloody lose that. No, in our luck, but we won that, and I just think, I think it takes. I'm not saying we're an amazing team. It takes a very. I think it's going to take. I think Arsenal's beat us. Man City's beat us. And I just think it takes a very good team to beat us, and you are in that category of a very good team. And if you beat us,
we are.
Well done. You don't win fluke. You don't win fluky. You win because you deserve to win. So if you do win, hats off to you. Best of luck for the rest of the season. But I've just got that little bit of confidence. I've got confidence. I think a lot of us Villa fans have got confidence now about every game now.
Yeah.
But I think we've got it's going to be a great. I mean, Newcastle fans, whoever's listening, get your shirts off because it's going to be a hot fucking day. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a brilliant day.
That's true.
It's going to be a great game.
I think you'll score, but you'll need a penalty or something. You're going to need some VAR decision.
I know. Do you know what? I think I'll probably say we're due one, but we got off with the bloody Leicester penalty when Watkins got the shove. So I think it might be. I think you might get one now. I think.
How then, John? What's yours, mate?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna say 4-2 to Newcastle. I can see goals in this game. I really think there'll be goals in this game. I really do, because both teams going to be open. Both teams going to attack as well. Isak'S on fire, scoring goals, right? I mean, let's be real. I mean, Bruno's on top of this game. I think Watkins on top of this game as well. But at the end of the day, I think there's going to be goals in this game. I'm going to say 4-2 and to us. But we are scoring goals. Villa scoring goals. But at the end of the day, right, it's going to be a cracking game. So me and Lottie kind of agree. I mean, Lottie said 3-2 to us on my show yesterday. So I can see goals. So we'll see what happens.
Do you know what I would like to see? Now's probably the best time to do it. I'd like to see Wilson and Isak'S start together, and play the 2 up top. Every time they play together, they do really well.
Yeah.
Why not do it now? Why not do it now?
I don't see why not. Like, you know what I mean? If you're chasing for goals, why not? Go for it. But hit it off from the start, I don't see why not. That means he's going to play left on side. I mean, is he going to play 4-4-2? I don't think he will. Is he going to play Wilson wide on the left? No, probably not. But he's going to play wide as well if he needs to be. But we'll see on Saturday. Just never know. Eddie plays his card close to his chest. We'll just see. Lampard, Gerrard needs to drop doing the leads to re-encate themselves. I'm going to have to agree there, Leslie. Got to agree. Said it before, got to love Kyle. We do love Kyle as well. I agree with Kyle. Newcastle win. Really sure, lads. Get better all the time. John and Kyle, come on and Matty too. Army thumbs up for the show. Thank you very much indeed for that. For Lee, thanks to Lee, and 2-0 to Andrew Freeman. Big up to Andrew as well. So that's it then, guys. We're going to wrap up the show, and I'll be back tomorrow for the Warren Barton as well. Come on, me show at tomorrow as well. So please join us at 7:15 live as well. Thank you, Alan, as well. So, Joe, where can you find you on your channel, mate? And where can you find you on your socials, mate?
I meant to look at. I was looking at it last season to get a Villa podcast up, similar to what you do yourself. I kind of got plans to start rolling the ball in the summer and get it set for next season. My ultimate plan is if we do, it's a big if we do get into the Europa League or Europa Conference League, my aim is to go to those games away and do all sorts of messy, and do what you do, mate, because I think what you and like Paul and a lot of other fans do is I think it's fantastic, and like I want to get stuck in there. Like, I'm happy to have like yourself, Paul, even Kyle now. I'm happy to get used on the show. It doesn't even have to be before games. It could be just like, you know, it's going to be a very fun few months.
Do it, Joe.
It's going to be a very nice few months, and I'm gonna get the ball rolling, and we'll go from there. I think I'm going to probably start doing it mainly from end of the season, because there's no point me doing it now, because there's only 8 games left now. So the summer it'll be on. It's on.
Good lad. And Kyle, where can we find you, mate, on your socials? Wherever can find you?
Same as always, just Twitter, KPOVNUFC. It's on the screen.
Get and follow, and follow yous back as well. So that'll be it for me tomorrow. Got one bunker on me show tomorrow, and 6:45. Get your questions in early as well. We ask you some questions as well, and on Saturday, I'll be on Pizza and Watch Along at 12:30. And after that, I think I may do a match reaction show straight after that. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. And thank you so much. Yeah, Chris.
Can I join it?
Chris can.
If we lose 3 or 4-0, I'm not coming on though.
No, you're absolutely fine. We'll find you, bro. We'll find you.
Yeah. Oh, no, you will. No, if you do it, mate, just give us a shout, because I'm literally going the game, and I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'll be coming. Whether you do it, I don't know whether you might do it straight after the game or do it in the evening. But mate, just let me know, because I'll be there. I'll be at the game anyway. So yeah, just let me know.
I will do. No question about that as well. But look, listen, don't go away, guys. I will do backstage. Guys, I should be back tomorrow, like I said. And thanks for all the chat as well. Please like, subscribe. It links are in there as well. Also, super chats, also 99p as well to become a member as well. So just 99p. And if I kind of go to the games, I'm going to do a competition for the game I kind of go. So you've got to be a member. So get yourself being a member. So thank you very much indeed, guys. Thanks for the chat as well. Don't go away. I'm going to play that out. And until then, guys, in the chat, it's a goodbye and have a fantastic evening.